Okay, everyone, welcome to another edition of Gavin Richard Presents here on channel GBoot2786. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe this evening. You guys know this actor. We haven't talked about him a lot lately because, we've been in the middle of this COVID pandemic, but Cuba Gooding Jr. was actually supposed to go on trial for some groping charges as far back in April. And of course, with the pandemic, everything got pushed back. And earlier this week, Cuba showed up with the mask that you see on, the Black Lives Matter mask, while he was walking outside, walking into the Manhattan courthouse. And so now today, it came out. This is reported from Yahoo News that Cuba has actually is now being accused of rape. According to Yahoo News, he has been hit with a rape charge that stems from August of 2013. An unnamed woman in a civil lawsuit filed on Tuesday. Yeah, they got to go with those civil lawsuits first before they go to the police. An unnamed woman in a civil lawsuit filed on Tuesday alleges that the Oscar-winning Jerry Maguire star raped her twice after inviting her from a Manhattan bar back to his hotel room. This is from August 2013, Reuters reports. The woman says that Cuba Gooding blocked her way out of the hotel room when she tried to leave and pushed her onto bed, according to the New York Times. This came after Gooding pled not guilty. This comes after Gooding pleaded not guilty to charge of forcible touching and third-degree sexual abuse for allegedly groping 3 women. Now, New York prosecutors last week said a total of 30 women have come forward to accuse the actor of unwanted touching. From what I've seen in the reports today, guys, too, they've stated that this trial, Cuba's attorney actually said that his trial shouldn't last no more than a day because he's very confident, based off the videotape evidence that they have, that this thing will be dismissed and that he would win. And in honesty, I've seen the videotape, so I didn't see, and unless I missed something, I didn't see anything that, obviously that he did that was illegal. Now, what is funny and interesting, and his attorney is Mark J. Heller, said he denounced the allegations as false, and it's an event that took place 7 years ago. No complaint was ever lodged. We believe the allegations and the complaint will be dismissed, Heller told Reuters by phone. Of course, you guys know Cuba from movies like Boys in the Hood. That was really his breakout, his first starring role. He was also in Coming to America. He played the customer getting his hair cut by Eddie Murphy's character when Eddie was like, "You must be out your goddamn mind. Joe Louis, the greatest boxer of all time." That scene, if you go back and look at it. So Cuba's been around for a little while. His dad is actually a former singer who passed away a couple of years ago from a heart attack. He was the lead singer for the hit 70s group, The Main Ingredient, and they had hit songs like Everybody Plays the Fool. Well, his dad sung lead on that. And of course, his brother Omar Gooding, who did smart shows like Smart Guy, was in Baby Boy, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, all of those other shows. But Cuba was always somebody we thought, just from looking at him and just how things he had been in his personal life. He's always been someone that messes with white women. That's just the reality. And everybody has their preference. That's his preference, but it was just so much of it, obviously. And you never saw Cuba, I guess, making any type of political messages in his movies and so forth, especially after he made Snow Dogs. I mean, I think we were done with him then. But Cuba, I remember there was a VH1 show that used to give out, of course it was all done in parody, but back in the day, like some 15 years ago, VH1 used to do a little docu-series on race and so forth, and they would do it in a funny way, because I remember Paul Mooney and George Lopez and countless other people I can't think of. I think Lonnie Love may have been on it. I'm not sure. She probably was. But, you know, back in then, VH1 was making all of those retro documentaries like I Love the 80s and so forth. Well, they did one on race, and I'll never forget they did, they talked about black card and white cards. Black cards and how black cards can be given and black cards will be taken away. And Cuba Gooding Jr.'s black card was given automatically when he made Boys in the Hood in '91 with Ice Cube and so forth. But then when he started doing movies like Snow Dogs, and I forgot that one movie that was so awful. It was about a cruise ship. Well, anyway, I can't even remember it. But you guys may know what I'm talking about. But I remember when he made movies like that, they actually took his, they mockingly talked about how he lost his black card. Of course, you're always black, regardless of whether you don't see yourself like that or not. And when you let your guard down, this is the type of stuff that can happen to you. I don't know, all from the facts and just what they sound like, it sounds like bullshit to me. Just because the timing of it all, the fact that it's being done right before he's about to go on trial, the fact that also you got to consider, just like with the Bill Cosby case, you have 30-something women accusing one man of something, and there's not been one police report, to my knowledge, that has been brought forward to the public. If they did have that and they had put that out in the media, it would have been broadcasted by now, and there would be no question about it. I have more questions than answers with this. And the fact also, too, is that we're talking about rape. This woman filed a federal lawsuit. Like, there's no police report. There's no doctor's report. Has any of that been made? Maybe she has that, but if someone rapes you, by God, please go bring it to the police first. So this makes me cast doubt on all of this. And it probably wasn't a good idea that Cuba would wear a Black Lives Matter mask just because you're at trial, man. You know, this is being this is being photographed. There's cameras everywhere. There's video everywhere. The judge is watching this. The judge is going to look at this in the paper, or rather on the computer screen. I'm pretty sure he has, and I'm sure the potential jury pool, they're looking at it too. But you know, Cuba, of course, when he was doing that the People versus O.J. Simpson documentary that came out about in 2016, 2017, I think, on the FX, you know, it was brought to my attention that he and Sterling K. Brown, they were throwing shade at O.J. Simpson and Johnny Cochran. And you know, Johnny Cochran, in that series, a lot of people took issue with the way he was portrayed. In particular, I took issue with a lot of things because they showed Johnny as this huckster attorney that was slick with everything. Johnny Cochran was one of the best and brightest barristers that we had in this country. Now, unfortunately, I never got the chance to meet him. You know, never will. But from what most people, you know, people who I've spoken with, you know, that know him, I've heard good things about the man. And a brother like that who challenged a racist police department and brought it to its knees in one criminal case. That was, and you know, to the point where the President of the United States, Bill Clinton, even got involved and demanded an investigation into LAPD and their tactics. And a lot of stuff came out, like that Rampart scandal. Now, that's something we could do in a different video, but you know, when I've had Judge Joe Brown on my channel, we've talked about that. The Rampart scandal was what got a lot of people free from jail, because these police officers were basically, these rogue police officers went as far as planting evidence on suspects. They also, of course, coerced testimony from different witnesses. They falsified police reports. You name it, they did it. I hope, for Cuba's sake, he didn't do this. You know, I have my doubts about these stories, about these women, and of course I don't know I know some of the details about the case and how it started, but for it to balloon like that, I always say, nah, something ain't right. Y'all leave your comments in the video. If you want to donate to the channel, please donate to my Cash App, GavinRichardEsq, or Google Pay at gavin.grich1@gmail.com. Until I see you in the next video, I'll holla. Be safe and be blessed.